What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Today, I'm here to talk about a man who's been running this game with one hand on the wheel and the other flipping the middle finger to the system. I'm talking about Katt motherfucking Williams. I'm not just here to talk about him being funny. I'm here to recognize the genius, the strategy, and the undeniable independence that Katt Williams represents. You see, this man ain't just a comedian. He's a black man who saw the system, saw the way they was trying to control us, and said, nah, I'm going the other way. Katt Williams is the living symbol of what it means to break free and build your own empire. He is the epitome of independence. He is the living proof that you don't need a label, a team of suited up executives, or a deal with the devil to run the game. Katt didn't just play the game, he changed the rules. So why is it that the minute he speaks his truth, the media goes to work trying to destroy him? Why is it that when you've built a multi-million-dollar empire and put other black people on, the first thing the world wants to do is label you crazy? Today, I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna go and break down the rumors, the ones about him being out of control, about him being crazy. It's all been the industry's attempt to discredit a black man who has built his own empire. Now let's talk about the lies. The minute Katt Williams steps out of line with what they want him to do or say, what happens? The world comes to a screeching halt and the media turns up the talk on the crazy and the drugs. But here's the thing. How can a man run a multi-million-dollar enterprise who gives back to the community, who puts others on, who's been the staple of not just comedy, but of the black entertainment industry? How can he be crazy? Somebody really help me understand this. If you're really out here making a difference, creating jobs, and putting black folks in position to win, how can that be crazy? How can a man who's been running a strong business for years be labeled a villain? The truth is, the system doesn't like it when you don't fall in line. The minute you expose their corruption, the minute you get to a point where you can't be bought, you become a target. They need to silence you. And what better way than to label you crazy? Look, I'm not saying Katt don't go hard. I'm not saying he's perfect. But I will say this. His actions have always come from a place of independence. Katt Williams is a man who knows the system, knows the industry, and decided to play the game his way, without handcuffs. You want to talk about crazy? I call it courage. Courage to stand up and say, I won't be silenced. I won't be controlled. They can't stop him, and that's why they kept trying to attack his character. Now let's talk about the true Katt Williams, the one who built something, the one who didn't just want to be a star. He wanted to own the sky. We talking about a man who understood the importance of ownership. While most artists are out here looking for a deal or looking for a job on somebody's payroll, Katt was already thinking about the big picture. He's a businessman. Don't get it twisted. Katt Williams is a genius when it comes to turning his talent into a full-blown enterprise. We're talking about a man who has his hands in everything. Comedy tours, film, television, merchandise, even the way he handles his online presence. Katt Williams is the example of a black man who knew that if he didn't take control of his own destiny, somebody else would. You don't think that's a game changer? Katt Williams is a whole enterprise. He built his own brand, created his own platform, and put other people on. That's what we're not talking about enough. How many black artists can say they did that? Instead of taking handouts, instead of waiting on a corporate sponsor, Katt saw the game and decided to play it differently. He broke the mold and showed us all what it means to own your product. He didn't just take comedy into his own hands. He took his entire life and career into his own hands. And that's what makes him a true icon. He knew that control over your brand meant control over your destiny. And that is something the system hates. They hate it because it's a model they can't control. So now we're talking about Katt Williams, the businessman, not just a comedian. He understands that the game is about more than laughs. It's about legacy. Look, every time Katt gets on stage, he's dropping jewels. People hear Katt speak about God, about life, about the system, and it goes right over their heads. He's talking about a much bigger picture than just entertainment. Katt Williams has been dropping knowledge about the industry, about how they exploit us, about how they try to break us, and how we have to stay rooted in who we are, regardless of what the world tries to throw at us. There's a reason why when Katt talks about life and faith, it resonates with so many people. He's talking about surviving the industry and life itself while maintaining your integrity. He's talking about how we can all overcome the struggles that we face, whether it's from the system, the community, or just life. He's literally sharing the blueprint on how to keep your spirit strong in a world that wants to kill your soul. Katt Williams is the wisest comedian out here. And the more we listen, the more we'll realize he's been giving us keys all along. He's been talking about God, talking about our power as black folk, about the importance of understanding the system. And yet, too many people focus on his past, the criticism, the noise, instead of listening to the wisdom. Listen, we can talk all day about the system trying to crush independent black men. We can talk about how Katt Williams has been labeled crazy by the media. We can talk about how he's been vilified because he refuses to be controlled. But the bottom line is that Katt Williams is a legend, and he has built something that can never be taken away. He's showing us all the power of independence, the power of owning your product, the power of standing strong in the face of everything that's designed to break you. He's a model for any black man who wants to build his own business, his own legacy, and his own future. So today, I'm giving flowers to Katt Williams, the comedian, the black man who showed us all how to run a multi-million-dollar empire without selling your soul. And we need more of that, much more. Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.